So I was just chatting with a friend the other day, and she was sharing with me her concerns about how tough life was, how she was really struggling just to make it through. Wow. And I feel that some of you are feeling that same way. And one of the things that happens is anytime that you're moving through any kind of challenge or even just normal everyday life, there's energetic emotions, energies, and frequencies under the surface that amplify any challenge. They make moving through life just more difficult. Wow, yeah, you start feeling that energy. And the thing is we often don't acknowledge that they're there. We don't recognize that they're there. And then we end up blaming ourselves for not being strong enough to move through the challenge. And that was one of the things that my friend was doing. She was making herself wrong, thinking that she was really weak, that she couldn't just move through this challenge. But one of the things that happened is I tapped in and I could feel all these energies behind it, all these energies around her. Wow. Yeah. And the thing is if you've already pre-decided that it's your fault that you can't move through these challenges, that there's some weakness inside of you that's preventing you from being stronger, um, you've kind of already pre-decided this limit, that you put this limit on you. So all the predefined limits that you put on you, woo, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all those to be removed from your reality now? And there's some resistance there. And anytime that we feel resistance to something that would be a contribution for us to release, it just really means that there's either beliefs or limits behind it, or in this case, there's energies behind it that we need to recognize first. So for any challenge you're moving through, what are the hidden energies or hidden emotions that are behind it? Wow, do you feel the energy there? Woo, yeah. So all those hidden emotions, hidden energies behind any challenge that you're moving through. Woo, do you choose to release, let go, and kick all of those out of your reality now? Ah, yes, I choose that. Out, 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 out. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. And do you feel how things got a little bit quieter? Yeah, because what was going on is those energies and emotions and frequencies that are under the surface, they're kind of always broadcasting. They're making noise. They're increasing your anxiety. You can think of it like a radio station that's playing on in the background. Sometimes you don't notice it until it's turned off and you go, oh, things are a lot quieter. Okay, so now let's do a clearing around everywhere that you've been making the challenge, or everywhere you decided that the challenge you're moving through isn't as tough as it actually is. Woo. And everywhere that that's been, the thing is if you've decided the challenge shouldn't be as tough as it is to move through, the logical conclusion is that you're not good enough or you're not strong enough. And that's always a lie. It seems really logical and it makes sense, but it's a lie. You are always strong enough to move through any challenge you face. Ugh, yikes. Everything that brought up, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Yeah, and sometimes the challenges you're moving through require every ounce of energy and effort to move through because they are so tough. So I'm not denying that at all. I'm just saying that you have the capacity to move through any challenge, no matter how tough it is. Ugh, yeah. And sometimes what happens is when we start thinking that we worry that we're gonna call in one of those big challenges. Whoa, yikes. So everywhere you've decided that if you even think about a tough challenge, it's going to call it in and bring it into your life. Ugh, do you choose to remove and destroy all that? Woo, yes, I choose that. Retract, rescind, revoke, recant, renounce, make null and void, make null and void, make null and void. Oh, and once again, that got a lot quieter because there's so many energies and emotions and frequencies that are all around us. I often call them like an energetic wind. And if you recognize that there's an energetic wind there, you can take actions. So if the wind is really blowing hard at you and you're standing straight, well, it's going to push you back. But if you recognize that there's a wind blowing pushing on you, you can lean into it, or you can use energetic tools to remove it out of your way. Woo. So all the energies, emotions, and frequencies that are up and around you, do you choose to kick all those out, to push them away, to push them out of your reality now? Woo, yes, I choose that. Out, 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 out. out, 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 out. Whoa. And this is one of the cool things about you and your energetic capacities is you have access to magic. You have access to energetic tools that can change and shift any of the energies, any of the frequencies, any of the emotions that are around you. And when you recognize that they're there and use those simple energetic tools, that makes moving through life and moving through any challenge so much easier. Now, it might not be easy to move through the challenge, but it makes it so much easier. And one of the things that often happens is when you're in the midst of a challenge, it can be really hard to see out of it. Sometimes it can be really helpful to have someone else, a friend, a guide, or hire me to help you see what is going on so we can remove those energies, remove those frequencies. Because as I said, when you're in the midst of it, you're kind of like that's all around you. It's hard to see what's outside of it. And this is true for any energetic person, that we often while we don't require help, it's really nice to have help. So I'm offering a special deal on sessions with me. If you're interested in that, you can click the link below and schedule with me. And the part is you don't have to work with anybody. You can do all this work on your own. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but you can use all this information. All the things I share with you in these videos, you can use to make your life and your world a little better and a little easier. So what's everything that's up in your world, in your reality right now that would be a contribution to release, let go, and push out of your way? Whoo, yes, I choose that. Out, 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 out. Whoa. And what's everything in the way of you having a good or even a great week this week? Ooh, lots of energy on that. So everything in the way of that, out, 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 out. And everywhere you've pre-decided what having a good week means, that having a good week actually doesn't mean, do you choose to remove and destroy all that? Yes, I choose that. Out, 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 out. And basically that's saying if you've already decided that certain things have to happen for you to have a good week, and they maybe don't happen, that means that you have to have a bad week. And that's never the case. While it'd be nice to have some of those things, you don't have to have them to have a good week. So what's everything in the way of you having a good or even a great week this week? A lot less, but everything that is out, 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 out. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. So I'm Max Riggs, Energetic Awareness Explorer and your energetic guide, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.